next show I'm going to be talking about is BORUTO! Naruto Season 3.
Why are all the ones that I am not... Every single one so far. Good Lord. I will totally cop up to this one too. Yeah, no, I have not. Okay.
I want to know how far you've gotten.
Last time we talked, that's as far as I've gotten. I have not gone back to it.
Well, no, like what, like how, where in the story?
I stopped where, oh God. I'm so terrible with names, and now I can't even remember their names. What was his name? The one who ended up going to Orochimaru. Sasuke. There we go. I stopped when Sasuke killed Orochimaru. And the reason why I stopped was because that felt wrong to me. Here you have somebody who has been a thorn in how many different of Hokage's sides? And it wasn't even like a grand fight. It was just, he just killed him, just straight up, just done. And I was like, did that just happen? Did how many Hokages before this not have, like, be able to take him out, crippled him so many different ways, so many different times, and you just was like, it's just dead. I'm like, that just seems wrong.
How did it happen? Because
I don't even remember how it happened exactly. And now I know someone else said later on that he comes back.
Which
I think it was
maybe farther along than where I am, so I'm not sure.
It's like, I think like he comes back through his last disciple, or the other dude. I can't remember his name. Okay. He basically kind of makes a comeback in that sense.
Kabuto.
Yeah. But I'm still like, okay, that just seemed so just wrong to me, and it turned me off from the show to where that point. And I tried to watch a few episodes after that, but it didn't have the same, because now that the focus went from we have to take care of Orochimaru to now we have to take care of Sasuke, because he became like the main contender now. And I was just like, I mean, I knew we were going in that direction anyways, but at the same time I was like, come on, really?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. When you start getting that convoluted in the whole thing, it just really makes it hard for me to stick with you and be like, all right, we're there, we're doing it. But you got that so long, and I was just like, oh my God, what the hell? So yeah.
So for that, okay, if it's when Orochimaru was like sick and his body was deteriorating and he was prepping to transfer his body into Sasuke,
and then Sasuke killed him.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I guess the reason why I get it is, I'm like, how old is Orochimaru? He's about the same age as the Tsunade, the lady. And Jiraiya, they're all around the same age. So it's not that his body is too old. It's just he's been doing so much stuff to his body and all the snake transformations and all that kind of stuff to where his body's like deteriorating. So I can see that because of what he does with his powers and all that kind of stuff, his body he just goes through bodies like crazy. And I see that there's always this one part where he has to he holds himself off and like has Kabuto like take care of him and make sure nothing bad happens until it's time for him to actually take over another body.
See, and I got that. I was right up there to that point. Yeah. And then when right before that happened, Sasuke just like, no, fuck you. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? I mean, I didn't want Orochimaru to take over Sasuke's body. I didn't want that to happen because I knew that would be a bad thing. But I figured there would at least be something where he took over somebody else's body for some, maybe he had, like, you expect the bad guys, especially of this caliber.
Yeah.
Bad guys in general, and this is an oversimplification for it, but bad guys in general have contingency plans upon contingency plans upon contingency plans all over the damn place. So I would have figured that if it came to that point where he knew that Sasuke was going to kill him, and he had to have at least kind of suspected that was going to be kind of a thing, that he would have had some way of either A, stopping him, or B, just transferring right then and there to like a backup body, like that wasn't like his plan A contingency, but it was plan B contingency.
Yeah.
So I would have been like, okay, yeah, sure, and I would have followed it right from that point. But it didn't. He died, and then for the longest time, we were with Sasuke. Then it was Sasuke's. It became the focal point was him, and I'm like, it's just no.
Okay.
That seemed like such a letdown. It was such a letdown to see that happen. It became, and it wasn't even like we were like, anyone was shocked about it or anyone was like, oh my God, this happened. He killed him. It was just like, he's dead. Okay, moving on now. It was like a footnote, and I'm like, you killed the guy that was horrible to everybody else along that line, and then we're just like, moving on. And I'm like, oh, come on, really? I can't follow you like that. No.
Okay.
So, I mean, again, I know from other people saying that eventually we get back to that, like he comes back through.
Like his contingency plan took so long that you just lost interest.
Yeah, I lost interest. Yeah, he had a contingency plan, I hear, but now I lost interest in it, and I'm like, So I don't know. I know there's a lot of cool fights that happen later on, a lot of cool things, a lot of just interesting things that happen later on. But I mean, I don't think it's like, from what I've read about the synopsis of this one, it seems like almost none of that particularly necessarily matters. Because now for this new season, we're not even really focusing on Naruto. Now we're focusing on his son. Yeah,
and basically the new generation of Sannin, which is like somebody who kind of looks like Orochimaru, somebody who looks like Sasuke, and somebody who looks like Naruto.
Yeah. So I'm like, I could probably pick this one back up and not even really like necessarily skip a beat.
Yeah.
I might have a few hiccups along the way where I'm like, wait, what? But I could just like mentally go like, all right, something else happened. We're going to move on from there. I just missed that point. So we're just going to go, so I don't know.
I have a month. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the mangas that I have. And because I can't watch 170 episodes in a month. I can.
And how many of those episodes are fillers? I mean, honestly.
Oh, probably a ton of them. But it's me. I've watched all of the fillers. Like, unless I'm like halfway through the episode, and I'm like, okay, Ninja Ostrich, no thanks.
Beach episode.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see that because sometimes they sprinkle like a little bit of things into the actual story into the episode.
Yeah.
And me, I'm like a completionist for certain series where I'm like, I've invested this much time. I'm like, I don't want to like skip over chunks of it.
I don't know. I did that with Bleach. So that's another one. That's another one I never finished. That was another long one that like when they took the sudden turn that they did at the end of the arc with the when they finally killed captured what's his face, they sealed him away because he became all powerful. But the way they did it, and he lost his powers, and I'm just like, really? That's what we're doing? See that again? That's another thing. Just like yes, had something cool. Like when he finally went into his like ultimate hollow form and things, and I'm like, that is awesome. Give me more of that. And then he breaks it and he's like, I'm never doing it. And again, I'm like, you lost me. No. I'm just like, I was hoping for sort of like contingency where he all of a sudden gains full control over that and makes it even more amazing than it already was, and I'm just like, I have ideas in my head of where directions things could go. That's the same with Naruto. I had an idea in my head where this was going, and then they went, nope, we're going this way, and I'm like, screw you, I'm not watching anymore. So I don't know.
Oh man, because I remember it was back in like years ago when I was watching all of the Naruto stuff, me and Seagro, and then you were watching Bleach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was amazing things happening in that too. I freaking loved it, and then they messed it up. They messed it up. I was still even following with Naruto too up until that point, and then slowly, I think I watched like maybe a couple episodes after that just to see where they were going. And when I was like, all right, we're just now all about Sasuke now, and now Sasuke's like the main big bad evil. I mean, I know he killed Orochimaru, but come on, what is this? No,
Orochimaru was half dead.
And I still see that's how good of a bad guy he was, where he was half dead, and I still believed he could come back from that. I still believed he could be like, no, I had this plan all along, just to knowing that you were going to try to double cross me and kill me, and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm just like, and then they're just like, no. And I'm like, really? Really? Screw you!
Like every other fight, he had something.
Yeah, every other fight. Every other fight, he actually did. He managed to be the bad guy that everyone was like, "Oh no, stay away from him! Don't do anything with him. He's gonna make all powerful bad guy. Don't do anything." And how many Hokages did he kill? How many ninjas did he take out and corrupt and it's just like he was like the mastermind behind so many different things. He had his hands in like so many different plots, and then it just was like done. And I'm like, what? No, that's not how you take out a bad guy of that caliber. No, I don't know. Anyways, enough of that. Enough of the rants on that.
I'm just gonna read the manga because for years, like before I found out that the show actually ended or the manga story actually ended, for years I kept saying one day I'm gonna get back to Naruto and actually read it, and then it ended, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll read that one day or catch back up on the show. And I've never really had like a serious push until they're like, oh, we're continuing the story like with the next generation. And I'm like, oh, well, I want to see that. So now I got to actually go back and find out what happened in the rest of the story. So I'm probably, I don't want to make any promises because I always make promises and it's like 80-20 that I don't follow through. So
one day we'll get to that.
Yeah.
One day.
But regardless, if I read the manga or not, I'm gonna watch the first episode. So.
Yeah, I might give it a look through just to see.
Like super strange.
The general
yeah
that you normally would have. Yeah.
Yeah, and this show has like it has those things. But then it has.
It's got nice characters, good visuals. Storyline seems intriguing, and I'm curious to see where it's gonna go.